we go.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Very out of tune.
That shit logo. Why is it silver? It's not silver on the DVDs and it's not silver on any of the merch. It's only silver in the show.
I always like the fact that in conversation you're like, I hate when like nerds get angry over the smallest things. And, you're
And that's what
angry
we're
over
doing.
the logo.
Producer Phil Collinson, who's back as an exec.
Oh, Phil Collins.
Yeah.
He's not the bad one. Who's the bad
He's
one?
not the bad one.
He's a bad one.
He's a
right?
bad one.
Oh god.
Allegedly.
Kind of forgot about him. If you listen very closely, you can hear Graham Norton. You heard about that? On the actual broadcast of this episode, Graham Norton's voice came through because he was in the gallery or something. Good thing he didn't go, "This is fucking shite." It's a very clever opening though, you know, because like the typical horror trope of the young blonde goes into the basement and gets horrifically murdered.
By Graham Norton.
By Graham Norton, obviously, yes. It's a long way from the one in Spearhead from Space that's got the shitty toupee on
Yes.
the massive fur
Although
coat.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't think they were creepier, but this did ignite a fear of mannequins.
I
That
want
is
her tits.
not.
You get that thing whenever you walk next to a mannequin that just feels like a person's next to you for some reason, even though you know it's not real.
This
It's
is
worse if you apologise to it, like your head and go, oh sorry.
This ignites
Why
fear.
what are you doing to them, like that you need to apologise?
There he is!
It's Doctor Who. Do you know there was going to be a whole extended scene where they were going to like come through like the lift roof and everything, but then they didn't have the budget for it.
I'm sorry. I feel like that's going to be a theme in this, where they just didn't have the budget.
Well, I thought you were going to say the theme is I just tell you like random trivia about.
I mean,
I've done
that
it quite a lot already.
Yeah.
You do that.
Billy Piper being cast and being like, what the fuck? It was like the equivalent of like Cheryl Cole getting cast in Doctor Who. You'd be like,
Well,
Eh?
I was about to say Cheryl Cole's just been cast in that play, hasn't
Ghost
she?
Story.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
I'm so
Yeah.
disappointed. I'm going to go see it again.
Mandip Gill was in her role a few shows ago. How'd you go from Mandip Gill to Cheryl Cole?
Tom Felton was also in that
He
same
was.
one.
He was.
They were a married couple.
Oh, there it is.
I think the intro should have come in there rather than being at the start. You get a wee,
Yeah.
and then the intro comes in
See-
because you could have had people watching it not knowing it was Doctor Who, and then you see
Yeah.
that, and then the intro kicks in. You're like, oh,
What are you drinking, tea? No, that's no
tea. Why was he so upset? What are you drinking?
He should
Tea?
know about
We're
tea.
going down the pub.
Oh, because he puts Rohypnol on it.
Allegedly.
You can hear it scuttling about. That's the arm.
Is it?
I love Jackie.
Is this why you love Jackie?
No, she's just she's a good character. I mean, this is very, you know, Doctor Who in the 21st century. You've got a working class companion with a black boyfriend and a single mum,
And it was horny.
and it was horny. Doctor Who was never horny, other than whenever John Pertwee was on screen. Man just radiated Riz.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
More appliance of science.
This is, I have to say, I never quite realised how like Evil Dead inspired this was.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's the hand.
I think it's just very of its time. But it's the complete opposite of what the TV movie did, where you start off in the TARDIS with Sylvester McCoy, so new viewers are like, well, what the fuck is going on? Who is this? Where are we? Like, introducing everything through Rose's eyes. Very clever. Very clever.
Have they done that since?
Yeah. Yeah, they basically do that every time they introduce a new companion because it works. It's a good,
Yeah.
it's a good format. Well, first of all, the Doctor's Northern for the first time and not like a posh English get, and I guess Sylvester McCoy wasn't English, and also him not have a flamboyant outfit because I think people would immediately go, this is fucking shit like it used to be in the old days.
But except for when, like,
God, that TARDIS is so fat. Why is that prop so big? Now, I know why they didn't do this, but they should have had other... I feel like they should have had previous Doctors, like, cropping up in all the different photos.
Also, what happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
Who killed? Why was he
The
there?
Doctor. I think that's what Clive is implying, but I think the Doctor was just wanting to see it.
Oh, he
Pretty
just,
morbid.
they just wanted to watch it.
That does not look like him at all. That's just a random guy. He's very dramatic, Clive. Death.
The darkness.
The darkness.
allegedly.
The darkness.
This, if I
This
feel,
was terrifying.
I was gonna say, I feel like if you weren't scared of wheelie bins after this, oh, it's so cool.
it's a great effect. Is that practical?
I don't think
No.
so.
I like this, apart from this. I think this ruins it.
I like
I
it.
think that ruins it.
I think it's
it makes it
cute.
not scary
I think
anymore.
it's cute.
Comedy.
Oh no, this is fucking terrifying.
How does she not know that something is immediately wrong?
I still say pizza like that. Pizza. He's awful.
Rose works in like a shit shop. She's probably on minimum wage, but they're in a very fancy Italian restaurant here.
Very, very expensive.
We didn't order it.
That was a great.
Oh, I've forgotten about this.
Yeah, he puts it through his fucking head. Oh shit.
I just like a boom. That's great. Oh, there was a great. I don't know if you ever played the little K9 game that was on the website. Where you had to boss fight headless with suitcase hands.
Suitcase hand. That was very.
That's really funny. K9 is K9. You'd have to fight Mickey with suitcase hands. It's terrifying.
I've never noticed that as well. Is the game name meant to represent the old scrapyard maybe as well? I never really followed
I never thought about that either. This is a fucking great scene when she goes in as well.
Look at the light go down.
I love that you don't see it at first, and then
I love the sanity check that everyone has the first time.
they didn't really do that much in like with Yaz, Graham, and Dan. And Dan didn't give a fuck. He walked in, he was like, okay,
I'm used to this, boys.
I think he'd seen enough at that point.
fair enough. I really don't like her in series 3 and 4. It's so bright in here. I love how dingy it is in the early stuff. Like look at it looks so good.
Yeah,
No Clark's career, Lamau.
Oh.
allegedly.
No, that's not
that is
allegedly.
his
His career
career.
has
It
gone down.
has just
His career has gone down the toilet.
It's a telephone box from the 1950s. It's a disguise.
I love how happy he is.
It's a disguise.
This guy's
He's so bright.
It's been broken for centuries, but
It's also in the wrong decade, so it looks really out of place.
Doesn't just not the right design.
No, it's too fat. Anti-plastic's a bit of a fucking cop-out, isn't it?
so's plastic as villains.
That's not. No, that's very
I'm not,
Doctor Who.
no,
I
I'm
think
not, I'm not talking about this
anti-plastic,
one.
yeah.
Oh, you're talking
I'm
about
talking about Praxis.
You're talking about practice.
Oh god. Oh, this is it. It's the first. It's the first one.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Do you think they're in London?
No, yeah.
I want to see that. Someone gets smothered by their tits. Jackie's in her flat and suddenly her tits just smothering her.
Damn.
Do you think they're fake?
Yeah, in the K9 game you had to go
Oh, I
down the
thought you
little.
were
No, sorry.
Yeah,
No,
they're definitely
no,
fake.
in the little K9 game you had to go down to this bit and then you chuck the anti-plastic in.
It's weird because in Spearhead from Space, it's like an actual like octopus thing with tentacles. I don't know why here it's like a giant bloody jobby floating about.
See the Shadow Proclamation.
I think this is when yes,
Was that a thing that was in Classic Who? or
it
it
wasn't.
that's
No, this is the
mention
first
of it?
time it's ever mentioned.
I see.
Yeah, we don't see it until Stolen Air, fucking 4 series from now. But how the fuck did they get that?
That's good.
Did 2 Autons just pick it up
How does
and
it fit
walk
perfectly?
about London with it?
I should know I was there. I fought in the war. It wasn't my fault.
I should know I was there. I was John Hurt. He's jizzing. That's also great using the London Eye as
The satellite.
very clever. So they actually did the glass smash because in Classic Who they had to cut round the smashing because they didn't have the budget for it. Oh.
So sad. Just executed him.
How did it? Right now the thing is, how do they have guns? Because in Spearhead from Space it makes sense because there's someone actually manufacturing the Autons and putting guns inside them. How do they just have guns? They're just shot like the
Here's the
dummies.
answer. Don't question it.
Okay.
Here's just the answer. They got supplied by Graham Norton.
They got supplied by Graham.
Maybe if they'd shown like the gun like morphing when it opened, like as if it was like creating it.
I have an answer for that. Didn't have the budget.
Yeah. That's always bugged me though. I'm like, they're just shot window dummies. Why do they have guns?
I never questioned it.
That's a lot to do for a set.
It's such
For
a
one
I
episode.
know it's good.
it's such a cool sound.
It's the classic Who sound as well. It's the original sound effect.
Oh,
It's the only time he speaks. Why did you say that in English?
it's fun in it. Oh, because it's hard.
Oh, like it's starting to work on her.
So this is the only time she does anything useful, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Without use of Doctor.
But she's earning her companion stripes here. Oh, they are so gonna fuck.
Stock footage, yay!
I think that's a miniature as well.
It's an impressive little miniature.
It's good. I feel kind of bad for the Nest team.
Why?
This was screwed in there.
Execute Clive.
That's true. I give a fuck about it.
Remember, every time it's in pain, think of Clive.
That one's fucking backwards.
That guy doing this
Like
fucking
that's just
stanky leg.
Dead bodies everywhere. I'd never noticed that. Dead people.
That's awful.
Well, there's a theory that all his Big Finish adventures take place whenever he takes off here and comes back. And he suddenly realises, nah, I should probably go back for her.
Nah.
Are we going to talk about that Rose is a bit of a dick? No, she's actually a massive dick, because here she just fucking ditches him.
So he's off away doing all this shit in Metropolis.
Yep, he's fighting Cybermen and Sea Devils and
He's
shit.
all degenerating and
Oh yeah,
the thing
the
to
new
come out.
audio. What a dick.
And then she's happy.
She's buzzing. Do you know the only reason they added an X Time trailer is because this episode underran by about 2 minutes, and then it just became a staple. They just stuck with it.
I thought it was an excellent first episode. It's pretty good.
It's good fun. It's harmless. It's light. It's a good time.
Does the job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It reveals like the mystery of the TARDIS quite well. It doesn't just.
Yep. It's fucking shit, by the way.
No.